What is up, guys? It's your boy Secondary Killstreaks, and I just want to bring you guys some Anthem content from the beta before the game officially releases. This is actually a video that I've tried to edit and get out to you guys for a while now. This was actually supposed to be put out last weekend when the Anthem video, well, not Anthem video, when the Anthem, Jesus, I can't talk. When the Anthem VIP beta was going on. I recorded all this stuff the last day of the VIP beta. I just want to go over a couple things. You guys can ignore what I'm doing right now. I was just looking to see if there was any more NPCs that you can actively talk to, because they've got 3 of them that you can talk to as you progress through, I'm guessing, the storyline that they put into the beta / demo, or whatever you want to call it. But first thing first, I'm going to show you 2 of the Javelins. I know now they have all 4 unlocked, but like I said, at the time of this one, it was during the VIP beta, and they only had 2. Well, one you got, which was the Ranger, and then the second one you got after you reach level 12, and you could unlock. I'm just going through a couple of the different abilities, or should I say not gear. I think they do call it gear in here. But I'm just going over different stuff that you get in the games, different weapons, stuff like that. It's the weapons I was using for my characters and whatnot. I gave you guys like a 360 look of what my characters look like as of right now. I know one thing that I hope that they do for the official game is let us keep all of the stuff that we accumulated over the betas, because I played the free beta earlier today, and you got all 4 Javelins, and then you also kept all the stuff that I had gotten from the VIP beta. So I'm really hoping that they let you keep all the stuff that you get in the beta, because I feel like it'll make a little bit more sense to let you keep all that stuff, since technically they call it a demo, but we all know it's beta. I guess they called it a demo because they were gonna have a free one as well. So I guess they were just like, let's call it like a beta demo. But now the first Javelin I showed you was the Storm Javelin. This one's the Ranger Javelin that you automatically unlock. This is just the first Javelin that you get. Just going through some more of the stuff that you can get on here. But the mission that I'm going to be doing for this video and the next video, because I'm just going to break it up. From the Ranger, I played the same mission. Jesus, I cannot talk and I keep yawning. I'm sorry, guys. Speaking of yawning, I just went back to give you guys a 360 look of my Ranger character. But the mission I'm going to be playing on this one is the Stronghold mission. Pretty much the mission that you could repeatedly play after you've beaten the storyline missions. Dang, I just lost my train of thought. But yeah, I'm playing the Stronghold mission that you can repeatedly play. The Stronghold missions, for those of you who haven't played the beta yet, it's kind of like I want to say it's like a raid from Destiny, but excuse me, it's not a raid, because there's no, like, you gotta go stand on this, you gotta go kill this certain person to unlock this area, so you can flip a switch and stand on this plate while this other person protects you. And yeah, it's not as confusing as that. I want to say it's probably closer to the event missions of Division, where you're just pretty much killing people, and after you kill the big boss, that's the end of the mission. So I want to kind of say it's closer related to Division in the aspects of the Stronghold missions. But speaking of Division, you can go to free play, and it's just like Destiny and the Division. They've got world missions that you can do while you're just free roaming and stuff like that, like they both do. But as far as gameplay, it kind of reminds me of a mixture of Division, Destiny, and also Warframe. Now I have not played Warframe extensively myself, but I have like played a little bit of it. I've seen gameplay of it, so I kind of know a little bit about it. I'm probably gonna play it more, honestly, with Anthem coming out. Probably play it, because I don't even think I have it installed on my PlayStation or my Xbox right now. But I'll probably play it because this gives me a really big Warframe vibe, as far as like the moving, kind of the graphics, because the graphics look kind of like really similar to Warframe, and also the health bar and the point hit markers. So I'll probably play Warframe, but yeah, this kind of, I don't want to say it's a copy of Warframe, because there's so much more stuff that they did in this than they did Warframe. I just think they took some of the concepts from Warframe, but like I said, it reminds me of Warframe, Division, and Destiny. So, but yeah, all in all, I love this game. It's a beautiful game. I really have high hopes for it. I really hope that they continue on what they did in the demo, and just keep building on that. As far as replayability, I feel like this game has a lot of it, especially if they do it right, because Destiny, they're kind of just milking the crap out of it right now, and it's a little bit annoying, because I love Destiny, or at least I love Destiny 1. Destiny 2 was a huge disappointment to me. I feel like it was just a cash cow. It was just really just made to get more money out of us, especially with the expansions and stuff like that. But speaking of expansions, I feel like this one has great potential for a lot of expansions and DLC. Maybe they'll do it like they did Spider-Man, where you pay one price and you get 3 of them, or something along those lines. Depending on how good the gameplay is in the actual game and the storyline and stuff like that, they might be able to do expansions like they did Destiny. But I feel like it would be better if they didn't. Maybe they gave us a couple expansions, DLC, stuff like that you gotta pay for, and then I feel like they would probably be more profitable if they did like events like they do in Division. Yeah, they've got the DLCs for multiplayer, PvP, and like another DLC for like missions and stuff like that, but they do like live events that they do. And I feel like this would benefit more from doing something like that than actual just strictly DLC, because of the gameplay. I feel like people would like it more if they had live events that they can do maybe every week or something like that, making the free play kind of more interactive and stuff like that. Even with missions, they can do like world live missions that people can play for a certain amount of time, stuff like that. I really have high hopes for this game, and I really hope they do it correctly, where we have this game for a while. And I know the biggest issue, or the biggest concern about Anthem that I've seen around already, is the livelihood of the game, because after you beat the missions and you beat the missions, you did DLC if they have some or something like that. It's just grinding for loot. But I feel like that's...
Relics up ahead.
This one's a lot more crowded. Look, eggs everywhere. Your theory's got legs. I'll pat myself on the back after I dealt with the scars.
I feel like that's really... Sorry, my controller died on me. I feel like that's really just based on how good they do the game. Because... Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, that's really just based on how good they do the game. Because I know there's people still to this day that play Destiny 1 and all they're doing is grinding. But the game was made so well that people don't mind the endless grind. Which is a good thing for Destiny 1. Maybe they'll take some pointers from that and notice how people will continue to play the game even when the content is gone. Hopefully, going a little bit off topic, hopefully they do the same thing with Spider-Man, because I know recently they just dropped 2 new suits, which were Fantastic Four related, and I know before that we had no content as far as them explaining what's coming next or anything like that. We were in the dark pretty much for 2 weeks, and then everybody was kind of hoping that it was going to be like some DLC for something related to Fantastic Four, and we were kind of hoping that it wasn't just a suit or two, because we've been waiting so long. But yeah, all we got was 2 suits. The suits aren't bad. The suits are cool. It's just that everybody was expecting maybe some kind of DLC to go with it instead of just 2 suits and some patches. But yeah, hopefully they do very well with the replayability of this game, because I know I'll probably play the crap out of this game whether or not the content is there anymore, because I still play Spider-Man to this day and I've platinumed the game. And if I had Destiny on PlayStation 4, I'd probably play it to this day. I was hardcore Destiny from day one, pre-ordered it for PlayStation 3, and have been a die-hard Destiny fan since day one. It's just Destiny 2 I'm not a huge fan of, but I stopped getting off topic. The guns in this game are really good. Different guns have like different stability and stuff like that. It's really not much to go over when it comes to weapons and stuff, because there's so many first-person shooters that pretty much rehash the same thing over and over again. So it's really not much to go over there. I know a lot of people, myself included, when I first started playing it, I didn't know how to fly. It was unknown to me. I had a friend actually get in the game with me and tell me how to fly. I probably would have figured it out eventually, but I mean, the flying mechanics aren't terrible. They're not bad at all. I'm not even going to put them in the same category with them possibly being terrible. They're actually pretty good. The underwater, I guess you could call it flying, swimming, or whatever you want to call it, it's a little bit harder to control, but I'm pretty sure that's just because it's the force going against water and a whole bunch of science stuff. But as far as that, pretty good. The abilities are pretty cool. As you guys saw earlier, and probably will see here pretty soon, the Ranger has a pretty much cluster missile, cluster lock-on missile alt, I guess you can call them. I probably should have used it here instead of trying to snipe this guy. Probably I went down here, and that guy came out of freaking nowhere. But yeah, the Ranger has like a cluster auto lock missile alt. The Storm, which I really think that the Storm's alt is OP as hell, because you technically get 3 in 1, because you Storms, you pretty much are in control of the elements ice, fire, and electricity. And the Storm's alt is you get to pretty much do a large damage area attack for all 3 elements. So it starts off with ice, and then it goes to electricity, and then it finishes off with fire. And it doesn't have to be in the same place. You can put them in 3 different areas if you want. So that's why I really feel like the Storm's alt is like really, really OP. Which, if they put in, like, here's the Ranger alt. If they do have a PvP aspect into this, I really feel like Storm is going to get nerfed. It really is. It's going to get nerfed really, really bad. As far as PvP aspect, the PvE, I'm pretty sure they'll just leave it alone. But PvP, it will get nerfed really bad, because I see a lot of people running around as Storms and spamming a lot of Storm alts. And then the Colossus, which is what I just picked up, well, theirs is a three shot. I guess you could pretty much call it a 3-shot grenade launcher that each shot explodes on impact, and it's like a huge damage area explosion. I feel like that one might be a little OP, or maybe not OP, but very, very troublesome when it comes to PvP because of the large damage area that it has. And then the crap, I just played with it earlier. I can't remember the name of the last Javelin. I want to say Interceptor, but I'm pretty sure that's wrong. But the last one is a melee alt, which it pretty much lets you run around with weapons and melee for an extended period of time, and it's like high damage melees. So I think it is the Interceptor, but as you can see back there, that's what they're using over there, is an Interceptor. It's speed and melee oriented. The Ranger's balance, of course, the Colossus is the tank. Storm is the ranged one, because they use elements from afar. And then the Interceptor is the speed. I don't want to say necessarily stealth, because they don't have any real stealth aspects to them. They're just faster than the other ones, and they have lower shield. But yeah, I know the Storm, when they're flying, they've got like a protective shield around them that's not their actual shield for their health, that prevents like element effects. So that's pretty handy. Actually, you guys will see that in the next video when I actually get to the final boss. It actually prevents me from going down on a couple of things. But yeah, the Ranger's the balanced one. The Storm is the ranged one. The Interceptor is the up close and personal melee one, and then the Colossus, of course, is the tank. As far as the Interceptors and their alts, I can see that maybe being a problem in PvP, because they can just go into a group and just melee and kill everybody. But the thing is, with the Interceptors, and I think with all of the Javelins, really, for them to activate their ult, it takes a couple seconds. and I can see them pretty much doing what Destiny does. In Destiny, it takes a couple seconds to actually use your ult, and somebody can kill you before you can get it off. So they might do that, or they might put crap, I'm trying to think of the word. I just went blank. I just had a I gotta move my move. I think I'm just gonna turn my controller upside down until I get done recording and have it like move the analog sticks, so my controller won't keep turning off on me because it thinks I'm not using it. But that's one thing that I really wish they would change. If you're using your mic for like recording or in a party and you're not touching the mic the controller physically and moving it or something like that, it turns off on you. I really wish they would fix that. But I guess there's no way for them to actually know that you're actually using it. But anyway, I feel like with the interceptors, they could put in invincibility frames, which would become a problem. Maybe. Because like I said, all of the Javelins, they get off their ult. It takes like a second or two. And they actually, they're actually pretty vulnerable during those couple of seconds. So, I don't know. Like, I don't even know if they're going to put a PvP in here. I'm fine with them not putting one in here. It would probably be kind of cool if they did, but I'm fine with it either way. I really like the squad mentality of Anthem, because tried to do a couple missions by myself, and this game is definitely squad oriented. I don't want to say it's necessarily communicative, where you gotta have like communication between everybody. Don't necessarily need that, but it's definitely better to play with a squad of people than by yourself. At least on the missions. Probably free play, you're fine, but the missions, definitely you're gonna need a squad. And like any game that has different classes, it's definitely better to have one of each class than everybody run the same one. But like we've seen in Destiny, people like to run the same type of class. But I mean, it doesn't hurt or benefit depending on what you're doing. And if it does hurt you, people will change their character to, excuse me, whatever needed. But yeah. I'm not sure if I'm gonna put I might put a little commentary in the next one, because there's really nothing to really talk about because I'm covering it all in this video. But I do want to do a couple shoutouts. I want to give a shout out to Gaming with Rashad. I gave him a code to try out the VIP beta. He did a video. I'll probably put that in the description box so you guys can check that out. He also just got sponsored by the same sponsor that I'm with Fade Grips. So definitely go check out his channel. I'll put that in the description box. If you guys do want to try some of our sponsors gear, they do like controller thumb grips, controller covers, t-shirts, stickers, stuff like that. You can either use my code to save yourself 8%, which is eKillstreaksYT, or you can use his code, which will save you 15%, and his is Rashad YT, I believe. I think it is. I'm pretty sure. Oh, hold on. Get out of here, game. Sorry. One second. I'm making sure I'm saying his promo code correctly before I have you guys go up there, try to save 15% and put in the wrong one and be like, "Hey, Psychedelic, what the hell, bro? I thought you said this was code. I'm trying to save some money." I know you are. Just give me 1 second. Come on, phone. Come on, phone. Anybody else kind of disturbed with the new updated Facebook Messenger? It's weird. Looks weird to me. Yeah, his 15% off promo code is Rashad YT. Capital Y, capital T. Same thing for me. It's capital P, capital K, kill streaks. So like capital P, capital K, kill streaks, and then capital YT. It'll be in the description box below. And I think it also pops up on. I think I put it on here. But anyway, definitely check out our sponsor. Like I said, you can save 8 with my code, save 15 with his. I don't think you can put them together, so don't try, guys. But any support, whether it be for me or for him, is very much appreciated. I do not care which one you use. I'm not gonna like tell you to only use mine because you're on my channel, but it doesn't matter to me. I like helping support my friends and fellow YouTubers, so it doesn't bother me which one you use. Let's see. As a shout out to Gaming Rashad, I'll put the link to his channel in the description box. Shout out to my boy McWeezy Arcades. If you guys are more into fighting games and that kind of content, definitely go check out McWeezy because he's always playing like some Injustice 2, some Mortal Kombat X. I already know he's going to be a Mortal Kombat 11. He does some Z Fighters on there. Sometimes he does, I believe, some Xenoverse on there as well, and some Naruto maybe. I know he's heavily Mortal Kombat and Injustice. I think he's been more on the Mortal Kombat since the release. Yeah, well, not the release, the announcement of Mortal Kombat 11. I think he's been more on Mortal Kombat than he has been Injustice. But if you guys like fighting games, go check him out. Go check out my co-host, Dragoonic. He's been doing a run-through with Sir Beef. If you guys are new to the channel, go check out my Dark Souls 3 videos that me and Dragoonic played as Sir Beef and the Beefy Mage. We played through all of Dark Souls 3, including the DLC. So, if you guys don't know about who Sir Beef is, just go check him out in those videos, and then go to Dragoonic's channel and continue. He's doing his 3rd or 4th playthrough of Dark Souls 3 with Sir Beef. So, of course, things are going to be harder. And he's going to be playing through all by himself. So, this time it'll be just him. But yeah, definitely go check out my co-host Dragoonic. I'll put all our Twitters in the description box below, and also another shout out to my friend Mike is an anime fan. His Twitter page is kind of just comic books, anime, manga, stuff like that. And then hopefully soon he's hoping to start a podcast, so definitely go check him out. His link to his Twitter page will be in the description box below. Trying to think of anything else. I know I kind of went off topic from Anthem. I know this was an Anthem video. I kind of went off topic, but games that I am going to be getting, Anthem, of course, I've already pre-ordered. Jump Force, I've pre-ordered. Dead or Alive 6, I've pre-ordered. Playing on Division 2. Planning on getting maybe Dying Light 2. Definitely getting Days Gone. Can't think of anything else off the top of my head. I'll probably just put like a list so you guys can see, so you guys know what content is coming up for you guys. But I think that's about it, because I'm kind of just rambling now. I've covered everything that I think I wanted to talk about in this video, so I'll just let you guys enjoy the rest of the video, enjoy all of the senseless killing, and you guys can see the boss at the end. And yeah, I'll just catch you guys in the next video. I appreciate you guys for stopping by, and I will see you in the next one. It's been your boy Psychedelic Kill Streaks. Peace.
I don't think our friend liked that. Too bad. I'm just getting started.
It got quiet.
Bet it'll stay that way. It's pretty dark in here.
Throw down a flare. It'll help.
You freelancers have tools for everything. Oh, that's just wrong.
Remember?
It would be unprofessional to cut the link, right?
Highly.
Damn it.
Next time, I expect big-ass bugs to be in the mission briefing.
You have to show up for that to help. take you to forget that thing. I'm gonna go with 8.
One for each of the tyrant's legs.
Oh, no more scorpion talk, please.
What is up, guys? It's your boy Psychedelic Killstreaks, and I just want to reach out to you guys and say thank you guys for watching the video, and thank you for your continued support. If you haven't already, go follow me on Twitter. My link will be in the description box below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.